Well, Joseph, good to see you. I'm sure it's great for you to be over in Manchester with this massive headlining fight as well. Just gives an insight with your new training regime with Andy Lee now. How are you feeling ahead of this task?
To be totally honest, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling like we've had a tremendous camp. We started off 2 weeks in Ireland where Andy and I put in some good work, and then we moved over to Morecambe, where we were there for 4 weeks, using Tyson Fury's gym and staying in one of his houses, and we got some good rounds of sparring under our belt. So I think leading into this fight, mentally and physically, probably the best I've ever been.
Joseph, I think we know what a great boxing brain that Andy Lee's got, and he's going to transform into a coach that everyone who's worked with him says the same. What do you feel that Andy's added to your game, mate? What is it that you feel that Andy Lee has added to you as a fighter?
Yeah, I feel we haven't been given the longest time to work together. It was about 6 weeks. This is the 7th week going into the week of the fight. But the few things that he has corrected and changed a few things, I feel like it's going to make a big difference. Just with my focus, with my footwork, technique. I think the most important thing is the technique. I was doing one thing, and then he showed me another thing, and I tried it, and it felt a lot better. So I think that's the biggest difference.
Yeah.
Joseph, how big a deal has it been for you to move to Ireland? I know that's where you're going to base yourself, I believe, now. I mean, obviously to be based in Las Vegas, but also with your family in New Zealand. I mean, how big a deal has that been to uproot and bring everything over to these shores?
It's when we first made the decision to move over to Ireland to train with Andy, my family have been very supportive. It was the hardest thing about being away is missing the family and the kids and not being there to see them grow. But they're very supportive, very understanding, and hopefully with this fight, hopefully everything goes well. We can extend the contract with Matchroom and then continue locking in fights and keep busy. And so it is quite hard being away, but it's what needs to be done to get back to the top.
Joseph, you've been involved in fights sort of recently with a crowd. Is this your first fight without a crowd, or
this will be the first fight with no crowd?
Any concerns about that at all? Or I know you're a professional, you've been around a long time, but what you're expecting, obviously a lot quieter than normal, but do you see it being a problem at all?
I don't see it being a problem. I think as a fighter, you go to the gym, you train, you prepare well, and then you have the ring there. As long as you have a ring and gloves and a mouth guard, I think you should be okay. So there's no problems.
Yeah.
What about the bubble, Joseph and Derek? Because I mean, there's a bit of history between you two. It was meant to happen a good while ago, this fight, and then it didn't. And Derek had his say at the time. Is there any kind of bad blood, and are you expecting any fun and games now before the fight? Because Derek can do that, as we know.
Yeah, there's no bad blood. There's a lot of respect, but going into the fight, like I really want to hurt this guy, and I want to get him out of there. He's been around for a long time, so we're not really sure what to expect, but we'll prepare for whatever he brings, whether it's positive things he's going to say, negative things, whether it's going to be aggressive or non-aggressive. We just don't know what he's going to bring, but we're very prepared for it.
Joe, I guess that the aim is now, without a doubt, to win a world title again, to become a 2-time world champion. Obviously, spending time with Tyson Fury, what's the ideal route for you? I know, obviously, everything's sort of on hold to see what happens with Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. But for you, is the ultimate aim? Would you like another crack at Joshua if that doesn't happen? That's the perfect fight for you.
I would love another chance to rematch with Joshua. But first things first is get this fight out of the way, and then I think if we get this fight out of the way and look good doing so, then there's a lot of other fights that we can sort of set up, and then keep winning and be in a position when the belts are free that you can fight for it. You can be right there waiting.
Good.
But Tyson Fury could cause you a bit of a headache, or certainly Andy Lee.
Say it again.
If Tyson Fury was the man that you wanted to fight, that could cause a bit of a problem for Andy Lee.
We'll see.
We can't let you go, mate, without your. What's your opinion on Morecambe? Let us know what you think of Morecambe.
I really enjoyed my time in Morecambe.
Really?
There's been a lot of support for Team Parker in Morecambe, and it's we went on good runs along the waterfront. Like I said, everyone was friendly, but we had a great setup. Tyson was very generous in letting us use the gym and the house. And I felt like it's exactly what I needed at this stage of my career, being away from family and friends, isolating somewhere else. And then just, all I'm focusing on is training, eating and sleeping.
You're looking
Joseph, just tell
fantastic
us this-
shape there. You're looking fantastic shape there, Julie. Weight wise, what you're looking to come in at, or do you want to just keep that quiet until fight day?
I don't know, 240.
Yeah.
Probably 109, 110 kgs. I'm not sure. I've been, the weight's been not a problem. I've been eating a lot. I got good energy. And I'm feeling refreshed, and I'm feeling good every single day.
Great stuff.
Joseph, just want to ask you about the lockdown. You were one of the lockdown kings of social media. I mean, all the stuff that you were putting out there was fantastic. And again, how do you think that's helped your profile? I mean, has it made a big difference to you coming over here now? And obviously, you've come over here where New Zealand doesn't really have a massive COVID problem. You've changed everything, haven't you?
Yeah, in New Zealand, we're doing very well with the COVID situation. I feel like with those videos, it was just a great way of lifting spirits at a very hard time. Not everyone could deal with being stuck at home, but I think with the little videos that we've done, we show that, you can have fun while being at home. You can have fun with the family, but also that, just to put a smile on people's faces. So it's been very well received here.